The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today we're going to conduct a sea trial and features inspection of an offshore center console, the Ocean Runner 29cc. This particular model is powered by a pair of 300 horsepower Evinrude E-TEC G2 outboards that should provide excellent fuel economy and performance. The G2s are a great choice for this boat as they provide such a clean installation. With the steering integrated into the engine, there are no hydraulic cylinders, rams, or lines to clutter up the stern, just 4 bolts. The cowls are color matched to the boat, and that's an easy thing to do as these engines come with the ability to choose separate colors for the top panel, side panels, and even the trademark Evinrude swoosh. With the twin 300 E-TEC G2s turning 15 by 21 rubble props and spooled up to 6,000 RPM, the Ocean Runner 29cc reached its top speed of 57.6 miles per hour. Best economic cruise came in at 3,500 RPM and 27.9 miles per hour. At that speed, the 13.8 gallon per hour fuel burn translated into 2 miles per gallon and a range of 400 miles. These are impressive numbers, and they're largely due to the impressive fuel economy of the Evinrude E-TEC G2. There are several attributes that lead to this sort of efficiency, and most have to do with the E-TEC G2 technology. Among these are the efficient combustion chamber design, a state-of-the-art direct injection system, placement of the injectors near the spark plugs, low friction design, and many other elements, all of which make the Evinrude G2 engines one of the most fuel-efficient outboard engines on the market. Additionally, these E-TEC G2 engines have among the best torque curves in the industry. With 66% fuel, 2 people, and test power, we estimated our test weight at 6,165 pounds. At that weight, we shoved the throttle down and reached planing speed in an average of 3.6 seconds, accelerated to 20 miles per hour in 4.1 seconds, and 30 came and went in 4.5. This is because the E-TEC G2 two-stroke technology allows for a power stroke on every turn of the crankshaft, while 4-stroke engines have only 1 power stroke out of 4 strokes and 2 turns of the crankshaft. The more horsepower that's available at the low RPM range, say from 500 to 2500, the more torque that is applied to the crankshaft and the greater the torque. Since every stroke is a power stroke, roughly twice as much power is applied to the prop shaft than with 4-stroke engines with the same horsepower in the low and mid RPM ranges. But it's at the dock where she really shines though. Thanks to the G2s having the integrated steering, it's a simple matter to add the iDock joystick to allow effortless docking. We found the system to be well dialed in, everything moves as expected, and we can even combine movements of the joystick. Move to the side and add a twist to rotate as we slide sideways. Nothing is off the table now. Back at the dock, we'll start our features inspection at the cockpit. It begins with open space 5 feet 4 and aft and 7 feet 6 inches side to side. The bulwarks come up 22 inches, and we'd like to see some padded bolsters. 3 rod holders are mounted to the 9-inch cap rails to port and starboard. 3 deck hatches lead to storage space that includes bilge pumps. To the stern, there are 2 transom-mounted bait wells with see-through lids secured by lift and lock latches. Both feature rounded edges, blue interiors, and their self-draining overboard. Forward, another bait well is built into the leaning post, and 3 rod holders are just above, making for easy rigging. Below are the stereo speakers, including the tweeters and woofers, which we'd keep off when using this bait well for live bait. Additional speakers are to the rear of the cockpit and at the bow. The Helm Console consists of a white dash with a modest windscreen. Stabilizing supports for the hardtop are to the sides. Below are hinges for the removable protecting cover. The panel houses dual 9-inch displays. The VHF mic is mounted to the center. Below and to the left is the Evinrude Icon Color touchscreen display. It's a versatile display that gives a wealth of information at a glance and also allows for customizing the steering and trim. Alongside is the VHF, the stereo, and a pair of accessory plugs. A full row of rocker switches is logically grouped. I'd like to see the horn button separated in red. The steering wheel is stainless with a steering knob and mounted to a fixed base. And remember, with the icon screen, we can control the number of turns and the feedback. To the right are the trim tab rockers and the jack plate controls. Then the engine start-stops. The Evinrude engine controls allow for a host of features, including RPM tune speed assist. Single lever control is possible due to the sync button, and engine sync matching the speeds of all engines. I also appreciate the neutral D10 and the indicator lights as additional feedback. Alongside that is the iDock joystick, making docking a breeze. Now down below, I'd like to see a recessed footwell so we can stand a little closer. The seat is full bench with a flip footrest below. Above, there's a hardtop with beefy supports secured to the deck. Integrated handles are to both sides. 6 rod holders are across the trailing edge with spreader lights just beneath. Another spreader light illuminates the bow. An electronics box is forward. Reinforcements for outriggers are to the sides. Forward is a raised radar base mount. To the front is a seat with a hinged base for accessing storage. To the side is a bifold door leading inside the console. Here there's open access to the batteries and rigging. Back to the side decks, there's undergunnel rod storage. Taking a look at the bow, it's here that we have a raised casting platform with plenty of open space for its full 6 foot 9 inch length. A hatch in the center reveals storage 19 inches wide. It includes a turn and lock latch, and I'd like to see a strut holding the lid open. 2 more storage compartments are to the sides. Fully forward, there's an anchor mounted to a stainless roller atop the foredeck. The chain rod runs through a Lumar windlass, and the road locker is accessible just underneath. To each side of the windlass are 2 8-inch cleats with chocks just ahead. In our opinion, the Ocean Runner 29cc is a powerful fishing rig well suited for offshore work. And the technology of the Evinrude E-TEC G2 with its onboard oil tank, better torque throughout the power band, and cleanest emissions overall make this boat even better. And that's my look at the Ocean Runner 29cc powered by the twin 300 horsepower Evinrude E-TEC G2 outboards. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.